I thought of recording this video in the open today because there are birds chirping. Okay, that's not the reason. I've got a funny nose. I've got a pimple on my nose, and because of this, I've not been able to record for a week now. And I could have not stopped myself any longer. So what I decided was to record. I started recording the video inside my room, and shit, the pimple looked way too big. And then I decided to record this video in the open. Probably the pimple looks a bit smaller, and please do not make fun of my nose because we're going to talk about the Chevening Scholarship, which is an amazing scholarship. So let's talk about the scholarship and ignore my nose for 10 minutes. Next 10 minutes, let's ignore my nose. Okay, what do you get in this scholarship? First of all, it's amongst the best scholarships out there for United Kingdom. What gets covered in this scholarship? Your entire tuition fees gets covered. Your entire tuition fees. And let's suppose you're going for an MBA. In that scenario, you have a cap of 18,000 sterlings. Now, how much is that? That is somewhere around 18 lakh rupees. So beyond 18 lakh rupees, if you're going for an MBA, beyond 18 lakh rupees, you'll have to pay for it. Otherwise, if you're going for any other master's course, it will be completely sponsored by the organization. So you do not have to pay any tuition fees. You will also get economy class flight tickets from India to your university, so that's amazing. Beyond that, you will also get visa, so any cost associated with visa will also be covered. Beyond that, you will also get a departure bonus and an arrival bonus, so that's amazing. So leaving from India, getting into your university, you'll get bonuses both the times. Beyond that, you will also get a stipend to study in the university. So let's suppose your university is in London, you'll be getting a stipend of 1134 sterlings, which is around 95,000 rupees. And 95,000 rupees for 12 months is around 11 lakh rupees. And if your university is outside London, then you will be getting a stipend of 917 sterlings. But it completely depends. It is subject to revision, and most probably in 2022-23 you'll be getting a higher stipend, and in 24 you might be getting a higher stipend. This is the rates of 2021, and it is subject to revision. Okay, let's now talk about the eligibility criteria. First eligibility criteria is you need to be a citizen of a Chevening eligible country. So if you're from India, you are eligible. And if you want to check other countries, I'll leave a list in the description. If you're not from India, you can check out that list, and if your country is there, then definitely you can apply. The second thing which is under the eligibility criteria, which is a bit problematic, is that you will have to come back to your country. So you have to come back to your country for 2 years. So let's suppose you completed your education in United Kingdom, then you have to come back to India for 2 years. So that is an eligibility criteria, that you cannot stay there, you have to come back. The third eligibility requirement is to have an undergraduate degree, and in that undergraduate degree have an equivalent to an upper second class 2:1 honors degree in United Kingdom. So if we convert that in Indian terms, so there is no exact conversion, but probably if you have more than 70%, it would be considered 2:1 as an equivalent to UK degree. 70%, 70 to 80%, and depends on college to college, depends on ranking to ranking, which ranking system you're looking at. But 70% is 80% is a fair estimate. So if you have more than 80%, you're good to go. So fourth eligibility requirement is to have at least 2 years of work experience or maximum 5 years of work experience. And on their website, it states that have at least 2 years of work experience equivalent to 2,800 hours of work experience. So on their main website, they do not write this 5 years of work experience, but what I've heard from people, they've told me that 5 years of work experience is the maximum. It does not mention that on the website. On the website, it only mentions that 2,800 hours is what you are required to have. 2,800 hours. Okay, let's now talk about the application process, because everyone keeps on asking me about the application process. Guys, you have to be smart enough to go to the description and search for the application process yourself. I will only talk about the application process as to what are the steps, what are the things required, and what are the things you need to do. That's all I can do. I cannot spoon feed the entire application for you. I'll try that also for some applications. I'll try that for Chevening as well. But since the application is not open yet, I cannot tell you what is the exact process. But once the applications are open, I'll try to make my own application and record that entire thing and show it to you guys as well. So when we talk about the application process, the applications will open somewhere around August. So keep this in your calendar that the Chevening applications will open in August, and you have to apply for it because it's like free application. Why won't you fill it? It's like a no-brainer. You have to fill it, and the benefits are amazing. So August is the time when it opens, and by November it will be ended. Now, in your application, you will have to submit all the normal documents, your college grades, college transcripts, school transcripts, all of those things. Apart from that, you will have to select 3 colleges and courses. So you can go and select one college and 3 different courses there, or you can go and select 3 different colleges, 3 different courses, or whatever combination you want to go ahead with. All you have to do is 3 courses and colleges is what you have to select. Once you're done with that, you will also have to submit an English proficiency test, most probably an IELTS score. Apart from that, you also had to write 4 essays. Now, what were the essays about? So in the previous year, the 4 essays that they asked for, the first essay was about candidates' networking skills. Now in this, you had to mention how did you network with people, how did you network with I like that bike. I'm sorry. So yeah, you had to mention how did you network with local people, how did you network with international people, how has networking in general helped you, how you had to talk about your connections, and I ideally would have talked about my LinkedIn account as well. So that is what you had to mention in your first essay. In the second essay, you had to talk about your leadership quality. So you had to elaborate about the scenarios in which you were a leader, you were given a position where you had the authority. How did you manage that? How did you manage everything? So you had to mention all of that. You had to show that you're a good leader, because what they expect from a Chevening scholar is that they'll come back to India and they'll be leaders. They want the organization to grow, the organization's name to grow. So good leaders can only do that. So they need to see that you were at a position of authority and what did you do at that position. Third essay was about the future career plans. The candidate has to be smart enough to write realistic plans and which looks very good. So whatever you've done in the past, you correlate that and talk about your future, how you would be an asset to the organization, how you would be an asset to the country, and that is what you mention in the future plans. And the fourth essay was about why you want to pursue your studies in United Kingdom, in which you ideally mention the merits of studying in United Kingdom, how that would benefit the entire society and how that would benefit you, how you could take the best out of United Kingdom and implement that in your country. So that is what I would have mentioned in that essay. Apart from that, you also needed 2 reference letters. Now, who would I ask for reference letters from? First reference letter should ideally come from a person who I have been working with. So if I had a 2 years work experience, I would definitely ask my manager, my super manager, or someone else who was at a leadership position to give me a reference letter, whoever I worked with. Second, I would ask a reference letter from a professor who I have a great connect with. So ideally me, when I am going for a master's in finance degree, I would try to get a letter of recommendation from the HOD of finance department, HOD of economics department, or if I did not have a connect with, I personally did have a connect, but if let's suppose you did not have a connect with them, you could ask a reference letter from any of your superiors, any of your teachers who were in direct connect with you. Once you're done with this and your application has been shortlisted, now you have to give an interview at the British High Commission or British Council's office. So now we come to the interesting part. What do we have to do in the interview? They might ask you everything with regards to the 4 essays. You were asked to give 4 essays, they would grill you on those 4 essays only. I've talked to Chevening Scholars. I might be posting a video about the Chevening Scholars also. So at the end of this video, if I've already come out with that video, you can watch that as well. A person who got this scholarship talking about his entire journey. But yeah, so what do we have to talk about there? We just have to talk about all those 4 essays that we wrote and we have to justify ourselves. They might cross question you, and please make sure that you're not just fudging everything in the essays, because you have to give an interview as well, and interview would be completely based on those essays only. Once you're done with that, you get an unconditional offer letter from the university and you are good to go. You get the Chevening Scholarship and congratulations. So please make sure to apply for Chevening Scholarship, and if you're watching this video after the deadline of Chevening Scholarship, oh my god, please do. That means you've still not subscribed to this channel, because you're watching this video like 3-4 months after it has been uploaded. That's bad. But if you're watching this video before the Chevening Scholarships have opened up, I might want you to apply for other scholarships as well. Italian scholarship is still open, so you can apply for that. It's a year-long scholarship. You can apply for it anytime you want. And Japanese MEXT scholarship has ended, but Singa scholarship is about to end, so you can also apply for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would be posting about more scholarships, but make sure to hit the bell icon and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. And no one gets to make fun of my nose except me. Okay, even I don't get to make fun of my nose. Also, do let me know if this bird chirping and everything was bothering you, because otherwise next time I'll be making the video inside my room. Okay, bye.